Om Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartribhyo Vamsharishibhyo Namo Gurubhyaha. We were in the Shadacharya Brahmanam, which is the first Brahmana in the 4th chapter. Here, Yajnavalkya goes to see Janaka, and then Janaka is asking him for what purpose he has come here. He does all the whatever honoring of him as soon as Yajnavalkya comes there to his court. And then he asks him whether he is ready to answer some of his questions or he has come just to take some more whatever support he requires. So then Yajnavalkya says both. I want to do both. And then the Samvada starts where Yajnavalkya asks Janaka, any teacher would have told you something, correct? Would have taught you something. So let me hear what you have been already taught. And then first he tells that his Acharya called Jitva, who is the name Jitva. Shailinihi means it is a Tadhita derivation. So Shilinasya apatyam is Shailinihi, Tasya apatyam an pratyaya has come. So Shailinihi, Jitva is the person who is also the son of Shilinaha. He taught Janaka that Vag is Brahma, Vag Devata, which is Agni. So this meaning we already saw last week, but we didn't see the Bhashyam, I think. So we will quickly see the Bhashyam here. So here Bhashyakara starts the Bhashyam, Kintu yatte tubhyam kaschid abravit acharyaha. So here yatte kaschid abravit is there in the Upanishad here. So that's what Bhashyakara yattu. Tu here is tubhyam. Yatte. Whoever has taught you, tubhyam is you. Kaschid here means anybody, but here anybody means any acharya. Kaschid acharya abravit would have taught you or told you. And also here Bhashyakara gives a note, Aneka acharya sevihi bhavan. So this is like praising Janaka again. Bhashyakara is saying Janaka has actually patronized many panditas, and also he has done seva to many acharyas, and so he would have learnt from many acharyas as the king. And so whoever, any acharya for whom you have done seva and from whom you have learnt something, you tell me that. Tat Shrinavama iti. Then what? Itaraha. Itara here is Janaka. So Yajnavalkya is the one who is asking Janaka. The other one, Janaka said what? Abravit Uktavan me mama acharyaha. So an acharya has said, told me, Abravit me. And who is that acharya? Jitva namataha, with the name Jitva. Okay. And who is this Jitva? Shilinasya apatyam Shailinihi. So he is the son of Shilinaha. And what did he say, or what did he teach? Vagvai Brahmeti, Vag Devata Brahmaiti. Vag Devata is Agni Devata. So Agni has to be visualized or done upasana as Brahma. So Agni is Brahma, that is the upasana. Then Yajnavalkya actually validates whatever Jitva has said. And this is a very important statement here, which is there in the Upanishad also. Bhashyakara also explains that. Aha itaraha. Now, Yajnavalkya is the other one. He says, Yatha matruman mata yasya vidyate putrasya samyag anushastri, he says. So here only Matruman is there in the Upanishad. If you see, Yatha Matruman, Pitruman, Acharyavan, like that. So for Matruman means what? Mata Yasya Vidyate, for whom mother is there, for the Putra, for the son, for whom mother is there. And what kind of mother? Samyak Anushastri, the one who has taught this son very well in the childhood. So mother is your first guru or first teacher, and mother is the one who teaches you many important things during your childhood itself. Okay, so mother is the Anushasana Kartri. So one who has a mother and one whose mother has taught him well in the childhood, such a person is called a Matruman, Samatruman. Ata Urdhvam Pita. And once the child grows up a little bit, then the father also is the teacher. So Pitruman means not only that child has a father, father figure is very important, like mother's love and teaching is important, father's father also is important, and also father is a teacher again. Yasya Anushasta sa Pitruman. So after mother has taught, the one who has a father and whose father also has taught him, such a person is the Pitruman also, Sab Pitruman. So that person has had a good father. And then father, what does he do? Once the child reaches a certain age, correct? Then Upanayana is done. Once Upanayana is done, the child is supposed to go to the Gurukulam. Child is not supposed to be there in the home. So that's how our tradition was, that for a long time child is at home. It doesn't go anywhere. Up to minimum 8 years, the child is supposed to be at home, so that initially growing up with father and mother, the child has a good emotional security and love, which is very important during that time. So once that is there, then the child can go somewhere also. After the age of 8 or between the age of 8 and 12, normally the children go to the Gurukulam after Upanayanam. Then the Guru is supposed to handle all the teenage problems and all that. Okay. So they are supposed to be there for at least 12 years in the Gurukula. And once the studies are over in the Gurukula, they return back. That is called Samavartana. So Upanayana Urdhvam means after Upanayana, Asamavartanat means up to the time that student returns back home. Acharya, the one who has a teacher, Acharya, and Acharya Yasya Anushasta. The Acharya is the teacher for that person. So that person is called an Acharyavan. So the one who has a mother who is also a good teacher in the childhood, then one who has a father and also who has learned from his father also as a boy, and then one who has had Upanayana and gone to the Gurukula and learned from the Guru also, such a person is Matruman, Acharyavan. Only that person can be both psychologically, emotionally, and intellectually mature. So that is very important here. The Upanishad is pointing, and such a person, one who has learned from all these three sources and one who is purified by that, in fact. So Bhashyakara says, Evam Shuddhitraya Hetu Sanyuktaha. So in this manner, somebody who has been purified, he says, purification here is that knowledge itself is the greatest purifier, correct? Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitramih vidyate, like that Bhagavan says in the Gita. So there is no greater purifier than knowledge, and the one who has gained knowledge from his mother, father, and the Acharya, such a person is thrice purified. Okay, and sa sakshat Acharya, and he himself becomes an Acharya. Then he is qualified to be a teacher himself. And then what? Kadachitapi pramanyat vibhicharati, and also he does not deviate from whatever is said in the pramanas, correct, in the Veda, in the Shastra. So whatever he says is valid knowledge, we can take that. Okay, it is valid. So Yajnavalkya is basically validating whatever Jitva has taught. So he says, so for that he is using this Matruman, Pitruman, Acharyavan, Bruyat, Tatha Tat Shailinihi Abravit. So in the same manner, the Shailinihi has said means he has said whatever is valid. Okay. And Sa Yatha Bruyat Shishyaya Tatha Asau Jitva Shailinihi Uttaman. So In whichever way an acharya who has all these three purifications teaches a student, same way this Shailini, Jitva Shailini also has taught you. And he has said Vagvai Brahmeti, that is proper. And also further what he says, Avadataha hi kim syat. If somebody is not able to talk, then what is there for him in this life? Because a dumb person, one who cannot speak, means that person cannot even chant any mantras. And those things are very important to be a Vaidika, correct? A Vaidika means you should be able to chant the mantras. And if somebody is a Muka, Muka means one who is not able to speak, means that person, he may not be able to achieve much in this world and hereafter also, because he will not be able to do many of the Vaidika karma. So nahi mukasya ihartham amutrartham va kinchanasya. So this person who is a muka or a dumb person, dumb here is not intellectually. We use the word dumb in English for both one who cannot speak and also for somebody who is dull intellectually, correct? But here it is strictly with reference to the Vag Indriya. One who does not have a proper Vag Indriya, for that person it is difficult in this life also, and hereafter also he will not be able to get a good loka and all that, because he may not be able to do all the Vaidika karma. For him nothing much is there like that. Further, kintu abravit uktavan te tubhyam tasya brahmanaha ayatanam pratishthamba. So now Yajnavalkya is asking further, did your acharya tell you about the ayatanam and pratishtha of this Vag Devata, who is Brahma, correct? Whom is Vag Devata only you are supposed to do upasana as Brahma. So that Brahman, that Vag Devata which is Brahman, its ayatanam means abode or body. Pratishtha also you can take something similar, but Bhashyakara gives a different meaning like ashraya or support. So he says ayatanam nama shariram. So ayatanam shariram. Pratishtha means trishu api kaleshu yaha ashraya. So always permanent support, permanent base. Okay, that is the pratishtha. So did your acharya tell you these two things, ayatanam and pratishtha, he asked. Then what? Aha itaraha. Now the other one, Yajnavalkya says what? Name abravititi. He did not tell me. Okay. Then itaraha. Now itaraha is Yajnavalkya. Yajnavalkya says what? Yedi evam ekapat vai etate. If it is in this manner, that means he has only told you about the Devata and asked you to do upasana of that Devata as Brahma. It is only 1/4 of the knowledge. Ekapat only. It is only 1/4. Ekaha padaha yasya brahmana tad idam ekapat brahma. So what he has taught you is only ekapat brahma, means 1/4 of that knowledge about that Devata or Brahman only has been taught to you. And therefore what? Tribihi padehi shunyam. The other three parts or padas are not there. For you, it has not been taught. Okay. So only ekapat, only one part or 1/4 has been taught. And upasya manamiti na phalaya bhavati ityarthaha. So whatever is to be meditated upon, correct? Upasya. So upasya manam, that which is to be done upasana on, that Devata, about that Devata you know only 1/4. Therefore, in fact, even if you do upasana, you will not get the phala. You have to know completely all the 4 padas and then do the upasana. Then only you will get the full phala. Like this, Yajnavalkya says. Then hearing this, now what? Janaka now comes back. He says, Yedi evam satvam vidvan san naha asmabhyam bruhi he Yajnavalkyeti. So, hey Yajnavalkya, if that is so, that I know only 1/4 and I have to know the other 3 things also, then you are the vidwan, correct? Being the vidwan, you now teach me, you now tell me that whatever I have to know. Then Yajnavalkya says, Sachaha. Okay, so now he says, what is the Ayatanam and Pratishtha, and also the Upanishad, the secret name. All these three things Yajnavalkya gives. Those are the three other things about that Devata you have to know. So for the Vag Devata, which is Agni, the Ayatana or the body, in fact, the body means in the individual Vyashti. Where does the Vag Devata live? Means it lives in the Vag Indriya only, correct? Vageva Ayatanam, he says. So the Indriya, the Vag Indriya alone is the body or the abode of the Vag Devata, which is Agni. And so Vagdevasya Brahmanaha Vageva Karanam Ayatanam. Bhashyakara adds Karanam here. The initial Vagvai Brahma, there Vag is the Devata. Here Vageva Ayatanam means here the actual Vag Karana or the Indriya. Vag Indriya, which is the Karana, is the Ayatanam or Shariram of that Devata in the individual, in the Vyashti. And Akashaha Avyakritakyaha. So the Akasha means here not the physical Akasha, it is the undifferentiated Maya, Avyakritakyaha. Avyakrita or Maya Shabalitam Brahma, if you take me, it is Ishvara only is the Pratishtha. Okay, so Ishvara is the one who is supporting, or Maya, Prakriti is the support. Sthiti Laya Kalesh. So because everything goes into the Avyakrita only, correct? It comes from Avyakrita, it is sustained, then it goes back into that. So Utpatti Sthiti Laya Kaleshu, Ishvara alone is the Pratishtha. Then Prajna iti yenad upasita. So the Upanishad here is Prajna. So you can see here also it is given, correct? Prajna iti yenad upasita. So that's what Bhashyakara is commenting here. So Prajna iti yam Upanishad. So this word Prajna here, so you have to do Upasana on this Vag Devata as Prajna. Vag Devata is Prajna, means it is the glory of Vag Devata. So typically, any Upasana when we do, we take something, this is called Mahima Upasana and all that also, okay, or Vibhuti Upasana. So any Devata, when we worship, correct, we always sing the glories of that Devata, correct? That is very normal. So here also the Upasana is on the glory of this Vag Devata, which is Prajna or intelligence, you can say. And so Prajna is the secret word also. This Devata's secret name is Upanishad. Here is not the regular Upanishad. Upanishad also has a meaning of secret word or secret name. So the secret name of this Vag Devata is Prajna, and that is the Chaturtha Padaha Bhashyakara says here. Because the other two are very clear, correct? Ayatanam and Pratishtha. Then this Upanishad is the Brahmana Chaturtha Padaha. Prajneti Kritva Yenat Brahma Upasita. So this Vag, which is Brahma, that you have to do Upasana as Prajna. Prajna is the secret name with which you have to actually do the Upasana. And then Yajnavalkya is being asked by Janaka. Ka Prajnata Yajnavalkya. Hey Yajnavalkya, what is this Prajnata or this intelligence? Now Bhashyakara further explains that he says, Kim Swayameva Prajna Uta Prajna Nimitta. So it is this Devata itself is Prajna, or it is something else, okay? That something which comes because of intelligence, it is connected to that, okay? Also, Yatha Ayatana Pratishte Brahmanaha Vyatirikte Tadvat Kim. Also, is it like the Ayatana, the abode, and the Pratishta support, which are all separate from that Devata, correct? Vyatirikta. So this Prajna, is it that Devata itself or it is separate? Like this question is asked. And then what is the answer? So the answer is there in the Upanishad itself, correct? Vageva Prajna. So Vageva Samraditi, he says. So he uses the word Samrat for Yajnavalkya again. So Samrat means one who rules this Samasta Bharata Desha, like that Bhashyakara said, correct? So this entire India, then Janaka was ruling, we have to take. So Prajna is this Devata itself. So now it is separate means na Bhashyakara says. No, Katham Tarhi, then how it is? Vageva Samrat iti hovacha. Vageva prajna iti ha uvacha uktavan na vyatirikta prajna iti. So prajna is not something separate like this ayatanam or pratishta. That Vag Devata itself is prajna only. Vag Indriya itself is prajna. Now, how can you say that Katam Punaha Vageva Prajneti Uchyate? So, how can you say that this Vag itself is the prajna or intelligence? Means now the explanation is given for that. Vacha vai samrat bandhuhu prajnayate. By words only you know one's friend. Because somebody has to come and say, correct, this is my friend. Then only you know that person as the friend. So, asmakam bandhuriti ukte prajnayate bandhuhu. So, if somebody says, this is my friend, then you know that person as that person's friend. And further what? Tatha Rigvedadi. So, that there is a huge list is given here. Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvanga, Saha. Again, there are special meanings for all these Itihasa, Purana, Vidya, Upanishad, Shlokaha, Sutrani. So these are all not regular Itihasa, Ramayana, etc. In this context, Itihasa and all is whatever is there within the Veda only we have to take. So Veda cannot be referring to a Ramayana and Mahabharata, correct? So here the reference is not to Ramayana, Mahabharata, but Itihasa means whatever we see within the Veda itself. We have to understand that. And similarly, even this sutras means, I think I already told you last week also, this is Vidya Sutra, and all that we say, correct? Within the Veda only there are certain sutras are there, and those are called sutras. And these shlokaha means tadapyesha shloko bhavati and all, it comes in different Upanishads also, correct? That means a Brahmana portion can quote the mantra. That mantra is called a shloka normally. So like this, and Upanishad is all these secret names. Vidya means whatever the devas, all the Vidya with reference to the devatas. Then Puranam again is all the Srishti related, whatever comes in the Veda is called Purana. The Srishti portions, the sections which are dealing with creation. Then Anuvyakhyani, Vyakhyanani. So the whatever explains the sutras are called Anuvyakyanani, and whatever is explaining, because many times even in the Brhadaranyaka we saw that the Upanishad itself quoted some shlokas and then started giving the meaning of that. That when it gives the meaning of the shlokas, it is called Vyakhyanani. Like this, all these things are there, but Bhashyakara actually has already explained this in the Maitreyi Brahmanam also. This list comes before. So here he doesn't even explain this. So he simply says that Tatha Rigveda Adi, like that he simply says. So all these things are also only through the Vak we know, because ours is an oral tradition. Understand that all these things we learn only through Shravanam, and also somebody has to say, then correct, somebody has to teach you, they have to talk. So this Rigveda etc. also you know only through the Vak Devata. So that all this intelligence which is there in all the Vedas, you know that only through the Vak Devata. Similarly, the Ishtam. So whatever Ishtam means Yaga Nimittam Dharma Jatam, he says, whatever Punya Phala one gains by doing Yaga. Yaga means very big sacrifices are called Yaga, like Soma Yaga, Vajapeya Yaga, Ashwamedha Yaga and all that. Then Hutam means the particular offering, the act of offering into the fire is called Homa or Huta. So every Homa also, whenever you offer some specific thing into the fire, it also has got some results, some phala. All that you again learn through Vak only. Then Ashitam means Annadana Nimittam. So if you do Annadana also, you gain some punya. About that also we learn through the Vak only. And Payitam means Panadana Nimittam. So whenever you offer some drinks to others, and that also is punya. In fact, those are all, this Annadana, Panadana, all these things are all Purta Karma. So it's not only that you have to do the Ishta Purtam, like that, two things are there, correct? In our Dharma Shastra also, doing Dharma means not only doing all this Yajna, Homa, etc., but you have to do social service also. Socially, one has to be active and one has to do all these things. One has to provide food, one has to take care of the Devata Aitanani, the temples and all that. Then Aramaha, you have to also build. In those days, there were no hotels, restaurants and all that. Only Annachatras were built and people used to stay there also. It is called Aramaha or Annachatra, where people were fed and they were given place to stay and all that. Correct? In fact, even today, if you walk to Kashi, the Kashi Yatra route from Rameshwaram to Kashi, every 8 kilometers or 10 kilometers, there are chatrams are there, they say. Or even today, whether it is there or not, I don't know, but it was there. And even like few years back, it was there. I have heard people saying that. So that's the level of social awareness and social work which our forefathers have done. Anyway, so doing all that, one gets punya, that also one knows through this vag only. In fact, we know about through the vag only ayancha loka, about this loka and about this janma. Idancha janma, Bhashyakara says, ayam loka is this janma, and parascha loka means whatever janma you may get by gaining all this punya, you go to some devaloka, and how it will be about that also. Pratipattavyam cha janma, he says, whatever janma you have, you want to attain, correct? And sarvani cha bhutani, and you learn about all the beings also. Vacha eva samrat prajnayante, they are all known. So the intelligence about all these things is there only through vak. Therefore, vak is prajna. Ataha vagvai samrat paramam brahma. Therefore, vag is param brahma. So that is the upasana. So you have to do the vag devata upasana with the word prajna. That is the Upanishad. And further, what is the phala for this? Bhashyakara explains that nainam yatokta brahmavidam vag jahati. So the result is what? This, if you do this upasana, the vag indriya will leave. The vag, till the time you are alive, the vag indriya will work properly for you. That is the phala. It will not give up. It will not give up means it will not go away from you. So vag jahati. In fact, vag na jahati. So vag will not leave you. It will not give up on you. And further what? Sarvani yenam bhutani abhiksharanti balidanadibihi. So this person again, the one who does this upasana will become like a devata himself. He gets the glories of the devata, and that means all the other beings also come to him. And how do they come to him? They come to him and give all this bali and dana and all. That means he gets all these presents and sacrificial offerings from other beings, like even a devata. Because by doing this upasana, even while living, this person becomes like a devata with all those glories. That's why the Upanishad itself says, Iha devaha bhutva punaha sharira patottara kalam devan apyeti apigachati. So this is also this also is quoted by Bhashyakara in other places. So devo bhutva devan apyeti. So this you can see, devo bhutva devan apyeti. So in this life, he lives like a deva. In fact, everybody comes and gives offerings to this person also. Like he is a devata because he has such glory. And then even after the marana, after the body falls off, this person merges with the devata, means attains that loka of the devata. So evam vidwan etad upaste. So in this manner, the vidwan who does upasana, he gains this. This is the phala. And now what? Janaka is very pleased. So he says, I will give you what? Vidya nishkriyartham hasti tulya rishabha, hasti rishabha. So he says, I will give you a bull which is like an elephant. Okay, such a powerful bull. So for having given me this vidya, I'll give you a bull which is like an elephant. And also, yasmin go sahasre tat hasti rishabam sahasram dadami iti hovacha. Also, there are 1,000 cows. I will give cows and a bull which is like elephant. I will give you. Dadami iti hovacha Janakaha Vaidehaha. So Janaka, who is a Vaideha, he told that he became happy having heard this from Yajnavalkya. But what does Yajnavalkya say? He says, Sahovacha Yajnavalkya. So Yajnavalkya said to Janaka what? Ananushishya Shishyam Kritartham Akritva. So without having taught the Shishya completely, Kritartham. Kritartham means whatever is to be taught, it is entirely taught. Unless that is done. Kritartham Akritva Shishyat Dhanam na Harata iti me mama pita. So Yajnavalkya tells Janaka that my father has told me that without teaching my Shishya completely and having made him somebody who has achieved whatever is to be achieved, without that happening, I should not take any dakshina, any dhana from you, from anybody in fact. Like this, my father has said, and Bhashyakara adds here, Pita Amanyate. So my father thinks like that, or my father has taught me like that. And then Bhashyakara adds, Mama api evam avipraya. And it is my opinion also is the same. I also agree with my father and I want to follow that. So I am not taking right now. I want to teach you further. So now again he asks the next Vakya. Let us see. Yedeva te kaschid abravit tat shrinuama iti abravit ma udankaha shaulbayanaha pranaha vai brahmeti yatha matruman pitruman acharyavan bruyat tatha tat shaulbayanaha abravit pranaha vai brahmeti apranataha hi kim syat iti abravit tu te kasya ayatanam pratishtam name abravit it ekapad va etat samraditi savai no bruhi Yajnavalkya prana eva ayatanam akashah pratishtha priyamityena upasita. Okay, up to this it is all very similar, correct? Somewhat. Only the name of the Acharya varies now. Again he asks, you tell me whatever you know and whatever you have learnt from some other Acharya. Then he says, my Acharya Udankaha, who is a Shaulbayanaha, means Shulbasya ayatan apatyam is Shaulbayanaha. So the son of Shulba, Udankaha is his name. He has taught me that prana is Brahma. Here prana again is prana devata, which is Vayu. Vayu devata is Brahma. And again this person also, Yajnavalkya validates him as Matruman, Pitruman, Acharyavan, and whatever he has said is Pramana Vakya only. And whatever he has said, Pranaha is Brahma is proper. In fact, without prana, what can anybody do? In fact, if you are not even living anything, that is there for the purpose, for the person who is not having any prana. And then further is asking, did he tell you about the Ayatana and Pratishtha? Then again, Janaka says, no, he has not told me. Again, he says, you have only learned 1/4 or 1/4 of this Jnanam. Then again, Janaka asks him, then you tell me, hey Yajnavalkya, and he says, Prana eva ayatanam. So for the Prana Devata, again, the Prana in the body itself is the Ayatana. Prana, which is also a Karana. And Akasha again is the Pratishtha. Akasha here again is the Avyakrita only. Or Avyakritakya Ishvaraha. That is the Pratishtha or support. And then the Upanishad in this case is Priyam. Like Prajna previously for Vak, here for the Vayu Devata, Priyam is the Upanishad or the secret name. Why Priyam? That also here Yajnavalkya explains. So Priyam iti yenad upasita ka priyata Yajnavalkya. So again Janaka asks, what is this priyata? So Priyam means you can say something which is very dear or pleasing or loving, correct? Lovable. So what is so lovable or dear to people means one's life only, correct? For the purpose of living, only everybody is doing all sorts of things in this world. In fact, the Upanishad itself says that. Very interesting here. So Pranaya Samrad iti hovach. So Prana alone is Priya, and Pranasya vai Samrad Kamaya Ayajyam yajayati apratigrihyasya pratigrinhati api tatra vadashankam bhavati yam dishameti. So for the kama or the for the love of being alive, correct? Prana is basically life, and or prana means you can also take it as for the purpose of eating. Because eating means you are feeding the prana only, really, correct? Prana agnihotram only. Really what we eat is an offering to the prana in the body. Without eating, prana will not be there. So to keep the prana in your body only, you have to eat. For the purpose of eating, you have to do work, you have to earn money and all that. And for that purpose, you do whatever. Even sometimes you do things which are not supposed to be done also, people do. And what are the examples here? Upanishad is saying, Ayajyam yajayati. So if you are a Brahmana and you do yajna or yaga on behalf of anybody, even those who are not qualified to do that, because many Vaidika karma, you cannot do it for everybody. Understand that. Certain Vaidika karma can only be done by a Brahmana. Certain things can only be done by a Kshatriya. Like that, there are restrictions are there. So you cannot do for anybody. But then people, for the purpose of dakshina, they will do anything to anybody. In fact, nowadays, if you go to any tirtha like Kashi or Haridwar or wherever it is, the Brahmanas will do anything for you. As long as you give money, they don't care who you are. They will do anything to anybody. That's what it has become now. And that is there in the Upanishad itself. It's not something new. Understand that. So, Ayajyam yajayati apratigrihyasya pratigrinhati means again a Brahmana is allowed to take dakshina. Brahmana karma is talked about as sixfold. Yajanam yajanam means Brahmana can do yajna for oneself and can be officiating in the yajna for somebody else, can do the yajna for the, because the Kshatriya can do the yajna but cannot do it himself. The Kshatriya and other Varna people have to only engage the Brahmana to actually do the yajna on their behalf. So that is called yajanam. So you do the yajna on behalf of somebody. So yajanam yajanam. Then patanam patanam. Brahmana can read, Brahmana can teach. In fact, there also generally they say that Kshatriyas and all, they are only qualified to learn, but they are not qualified to teach and all that. But whether how true it is, it was not very strictly followed, I think, because there were a lot of Gurukulams even like 200 years back and all. If you see the British records and all, it is very interesting. The actual Gurukulams run by Brahmanas were only not even 10%. So all the Jati people, they were running their Gurukulams, and even there are records that every different Jati people, they studied from whoever was the best in their whatever field, correct, discipline of knowledge. So like this, these things were all there in different Rajas in our Bharata. But anyway, in general, it is said that Kshatriya is supposed to learn, but cannot be a guru or a teacher himself. In fact, that point came even in that Ajatashatru Brahmana. If you go back and see the Dripta Balaki, the Balaki Brahmana goes to Ajatashatru, and then initially he is telling about Saguna Brahma Upasana to Ajatashatru, but Ajatashatru already knew about all that. And then he asks about the Nirgunam Brahma, and Balaki is not able to answer. Then the Balaki asks him, why don't you teach me? But then he feels a little awkward teaching there. So those things are all there even in that story in the Brhadaranyaka itself. Anyway, the idea here is patanam patanam, then danam. Brahmana can give dana, and pratigraham also, Brahmana can receive dana also, and dapanam also, you can make others give danam. Like this, these are all the karma. So Brahmana can receive dakshina, it is allowed, but again, not from everybody. There are restrictions from whom you can receive something, because from whoever you are receiving, you are getting their karma also. That's why Brahmana is supposed to do every day. You are supposed to do Gayatri. Gayatri is the prayasthita. It is like prayasthita for almost everything. So every day a Brahmana is doing Gayatri means then that is more like, because for whatever the Brahmana is receiving, the prayasthita also has to be done. But anyway, so they are ready to receive from anybody. That is also true nowadays. And also for the purpose of your life only, correct? To live only, you go and do even some very risky things. You may even risk your life itself. So tatra vadashankam bhavati yam disham yeti. So you go to different directions. People go to Afghanistan and fight, because that is also their occupation. Some soldiers, all these people are wherever it is, even like some Naxal infested area, people are ready to join as CRPF and all these forces, correct? So it's all risky, but still there are, if you announce now, the thousands of people are ready to join, because they feel that it is a better occupation than wherever they are right now. It's all only for the purpose of living, correct? So Vadha Shankam means where there is a doubt that you may get killed also. Vadha Shankam Bhavati Yam Disham. So whichever direction you go for livelihood, there you may even get killed. There is a possibility of that, but still you do all that. Why? For the purpose of prana only. Pranasya eva samrat kamaya. For the love of this kama alone, for the love of this prana alone, you do that, all that. Therefore, what prano vai samrat paramam brahma. So this prana alone is param brahma. And one who does this upasana, okay, of prana as priya, correct? What is the phala? Nainam pranaha jahati. The prana does not leave him, means he will have good health. The prana will probably person have any inside. Person will live with good health. Okay. Nainam pranaha jahati. Sarvani enam bhuvanabhisharanti. These are all similar again. That means again this person gains the glory of the prana devata. He is like a prana devata only even while living. Therefore all other beings come and give offerings to this person. This person devaha bhutva devan apyeti. Again same thing. Being a deva while living, even after death, will merge with that devata. Evam vidvan yetad upaste. Okay, so in this manner, this prana devata, the one who does upasana, he will gain all this. Then again, Janaka is happy. Hasti rishabam sahasram dadami iti hovacha janakaha vaidehaha. Okay, he gives another 1,000 cows and a bull like elephant. Then again Yajnavalkya says, Saho vacha Yajnavalkyaha pita me amanyata na anusishya harateti. So without teaching completely, I will not take. That's what my father has told me. So these are all similar. Bhashyakara also doesn't write much Bhashya. We'll quickly see. Yadevate kaschid abravit udankaha namataha. So the one who taught you, Udanka is the name. Shulbasya apatyam Shaulbayana. So Shaulbayana means Shulbasya apatyam is the Vyutpatti. Abravit. So he told, what did he say? Prano vai brahma iti. Pranaha vayuhu devata. Bhashyakara says, prana here is, prana devata is vayuhu. Purvavat. Rest of the things are like already he has explained. But then he has to explain why this prana is called Priya. So he comes there. And again, what is the ayatana and pratishtha? Prana eva ayatanam. So the abode is in the Vyashti, the prana. Whatever prana is there, that itself is the ayatana for the prana devata, which is Vayu. Akasha pratishtha. That is similar. Then the Upanishad or the secret name is what? Priyam iti yenad upasita. So you have to do upasana of this prana devata with the name Priya. And katam punaha priyatvam. So how is this prana priya or dear or very, very lovable, pleasing, all that means pranasya vai he samrat kamaya pranasya arthaya, for the purpose of prana only, for desiring to live only, what ayajyam yajayati patitadikam api. Okay, Bhashyakara here says those who have fallen. See, in those days this jati bhrashta and all they used to do. If somebody is born in a certain kula, jati and all, they were expected to follow certain norms, societal norms and behavior and all that. And if you do something, if you transgress, then you become an outcast. Correct? That is the patita. Adi pada also is there. Adi padat, Anandagiri says, Akulinaha and all he says. So those who are not from the proper kula, those who are not basically qualified to do certain things, even for them, these people are ready to do yajna. They are not supposed to do, but even for them, for the purpose of dakshina, you go and do. Similarly, what apratigrhyhyasya api ugradehe pratigrinhati api. Again, from certain people, you are not supposed to take dakshina. Here, ugradehe Bhashyakara says, ugra means, again, this is jati vishesha, like that Anandagiri is saying. Then I referred, ugra actually means a person who is born of a kshatriya and a kshatriya father and shudra mother. It says that such a people are all called ugra, and maybe they were all very fierce also. I don't know. Ugra literally means a fierce person. From such a person, you are not supposed to take any dakshina. And adi pada is there here also. So we have to add others who are not, from whom you are not supposed to take, those who are very done that. From such people, you are not supposed to take, or mlechas also. Those who are adharmis. Okay. So like this, but we are ready to take from anybody. Apratigrhyhyasyapi ugradehe pratigrinhati api. All this for the love of prana only. Okay. And further what? Tatra tasyam dishi vadha nimittam ashankam vadashanka ityarthaha. So vadashanka means what? So in a particular direction, if you go, there is doubt whether you will be killed or you will be injured by going there, because it's a dangerous place, let us say. Such a doubt is there, but even there you go. Yam disham eti. That disha also one goes. Particularly which is Bhashyakara adds Taskara adi Akirinam cha. So the places which are infested with robbers and all that, correct? Thieves. So it's a dangerous place, but still you are ready to go there and for whatever occupation you want to do. All for the purpose of this prana. So tasyam dishi vadashanka tacha etat sarvam pranasya priyatve bhavati. So because of the priya or the love of this prana, people, all these things also they are ready to do. So pranasya eva samrat kamaya. So due to the love of this prana alone, they are doing all these things. Tasmat pranaha vai samrat paramam brahma. Therefore prana is this param brahma. And again, the one who does this upasana, nainam pranaha jahati, prana will not leave this person, means what? He will have good health and all that, and rest of the things are similar. Samana manyate. Then the third one, again, this is also similar. Only the name of the acharya and the devata and the ayatana, upasana and all will vary, but anyway, we'll quickly read. Yadevate kastid abravit tat shrinuvama iti abravit me barkuhu varshnaha chakshurvai brahmeti yatha matruman pitruman acharyavan bruyat tatha tad varshnaha abravit chakshurvai brahma iti apashyataha hi kim syat abravitu te tasya ayatanam pratishtam name abravit iti ekapad va etat samraditi savai naha ब्रूहि याज्ञवल्क्य चक्षुरेव आयतनम आकाशः प्रतिष्ठा सत्यमित्येन दुपासीत. So here you can see Barku is the acharya who is again Vrishnasya apatyam Varshnaha, and he taught Janaka Chakshu devata is Aditya devata. So Aditya is Brahma, like that you do upasana Chakshurvai Brahmeti. And again rest of the things are similar. And then Yajnavalkya says, the one who cannot see, what is there for him? Okay, apashyataha hi kim syat. And what is the ayatanam and pratishtha? Within the Vyashti body, the individual's body, the Chakshur Indriya itself is the abode or ayatana of the Aditya Devata, and pratishtha is Akasha. And interestingly, here the Upanishad is Satyam. Satyam is the secret name with which you have to do the Upasana of the Aditya Devata. Why Satyam? That we will see. Ka Satyata Yajnavalkya Chakshureva Samraditi. So what is this Satyata, this truth? Means the I itself is the truth or Satyata. Why? Iti hovacha Chakshusha vai Samrad Pashyan Tamahuhu Adrakshihi. So by seeing with eyes only, one says that I have known or I have seen, correct? I have witnessed. In fact, even in legal cases, correct, in court and all that, eyewitness is the most important thing. Hearsay, in fact, hearsay is a negative word, correct? If you just, somebody says I heard about it and all that, it is not a big deal. It may be true, it may not be true, it may be a rumor. So in fact, a rumor is called as hearsay. So hearing is not given that importance. But if somebody says, I saw it with my own eyes, means then it is taken as Satya, it is truth. Eyewitness is most important, correct? But there is even a song, famous song called Show, Don't Tell. Show. So everything we want to see. Seeing is believing, correct? It's also said like that. So Chakshusha vai Samrat Pashyantam Ahuhu Adrakshihi iti sa aha Adraksham iti tat Satyam Bhavati. So once somebody sees, then he says, I have seen it. And that is truth then. Okay, tat Satyam Bhavati. Therefore, what Chakshur vai Samrat Paramam Brahma. Chakshu is the Param Brahma. Again, the one who does Upasana of Chakshu as Satyam, that person, for that person, the eyes will function. Nainam Chakshuhu Jahati. But for most of us, after 45 years or something, the eyes start withdrawing. Reading problem, reading glass you have to wear. Even I had a very good eyesight up to maybe, I think, 48 years or something. Then slowly your hands will keep going away from your eyes, correct? Because you can't see very easily if it is very nearby. Once your hands are not enough, even if you keep the book or paper at a length of your entire hands, then also if you are not able to see, then you go to doctor and get a reading glass. Means Chakshur Jahati, Chakshur, the eye, the Aditya Devata is leaving you. But this person who does this Upasana, no problem. Aditya Devata will not leave. And rest of the things are all similar. In fact, again Yajnavalkya gives 1,000 cows and a bull like an elephant. And again Yajnavalkya says, unless I teach you completely, I cannot take you. That's what my father has said. So those things are similar. Bhashya also will quickly see. It's very simple Bhashya. Yadevate kaschid Barkuhu iti namataha, the one who is called Barku. Vrishnasya apatyam Varshnaha, Bhashyakara says, the son of Vrishnaha. And what it is Chakshurvai Brahmeti, Adityaha Devata Chakshushi. So with reference to the eyes, Aditya is the Devata. And what is the Upanishad or the secret name? Satyam. And again Bhashyakara gives explanation. Yasmat Shrotrena Shrutam Andritam api syat. So whatever you hear, that may be true or false, because it may be a rumor, right? It can be false also. But natu chakshusha drishtam. But if you have seen something with your own eyes, it is accepted in general as truth. Of course, there are exceptions to all these things. In fact, the entire Vedanta teaching is based on exceptions in this case. Understand that. Because we talk about rope snake, mirage water. So even what you see may not be always true, but we are not going up to that level here. In general, eyewitness is considered to be reliable, correct? Whatever you see means it is reliable, valid knowledge, although exceptions are there. But if you see with your eyes, then it is taken to be Satyam. So, Tasmadvai Samrat Pashyanta Mahu. That's why the one who has seen, what does he say? Adrakshihi Tvam Hastinam iti Sachet Adraksha Vityaha. So that's why the one who has seen, okay, he says, yeah, I have seen it, that you have this, have you seen the elephant? He's asking. Means, yes, I have seen it with my own eyes, means then it is true. This person has seen and it is considered as true. But if somebody says, I have only heard that there is an elephant there, means that may not be considered as true, correct? Yastu anyaha bruyat aham ashroshamiti tad vyabhicharati, Bhashyakara says. So if somebody says that I have heard that elephant is there somewhere here, means it can be true, it need not be true, it may be only hearsay. But if somebody says, I have seen it with my own eyes, then it is taken as true. Therefore, chakshuhu itself is satyam. So, yettu chakshusha drishtam tat avyabhicharitvat satyameva bhavati. So, whatever is seen with one's own eyes, it doesn't change. Therefore, that is the truth. So, up to this we have seen. Rest of the things we'll see next week. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.